Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here on the Nickel City Hockey Network. We're happy to welcome you to Steele Hall Stadium as we get set for this UNYCHL matchup between the Fredonia Blue Devils and the St. John Fisher Cardinals. I am your host, Tobias Bell, joined by Mitch Harusi on color. Alex Matt will be operating the camera for us, and Elizabeth Weiglin is our producer. The Blue Devils come in today on 2 weeks rest as their last contest was a dominating 10-3 victory over St. Bonaventure back on October 6th. The 10 goals were welcomed as they struggled to score 2 nights prior in Rochester, taking almost all the game but finally breaking the seal midway through the third period and ultimately winning the contest 2-0. Ethan Hayden, who will start in net today for Fredonia and is a third-year veteran out of West Seneca, was fantastic between the pipes, stopping all 33 shots he saw, and that brilliance will need to continue today as he faces the St. John Fisher team that has no problem putting the puck in the back of the net.
No, they do not, Toby. The Cardinals come into this game 4-2, already scoring 40 goals in just the 6 games they've played. That's almost 7 goals a game. Of those 40 goals, 9 of those have come on the man advantage, the 5th most power play goals in all of AAU D3 hockey. St. John Fisher's ultra-effective 5-on-4 was held in check off the board last night as they took on an undefeated Brockport Golden Eagles. They lost 6-3. Luckily for the Cardinals, Fredonia has not been nearly as disciplined as Brockport has to this point in the season, spending over 13 minutes a game in the penalty box. If the Cardinals are able to bounce back today against the Blue Devils, they'll need to rely on their power play in order to do so.
Yeah, no doubt about that, but let's not forget Fredonia's power play isn't a slouch either. They have 7 goals in 6 games, so we can't overlook that. Special teams will definitely be a major factor in today's matchup. Another major factor will be each team's superstar players. Both have some standouts. Between Nate Kernan and Adam Polito, Fredonia got 24 goals and 65 points last season, and both of them are over a point per game this season, with Polito having 12 in 6 games. That is 13th in the entire country for AAU Division II. 12 points in 6 games is unbelievable. Meanwhile, on the other side, St. John Fisher's Antonia Femia has 141, and I did not misread that. 141 points in his college career with the Cardinals, 7 of those coming this season in 6 games. Also, Mateo Torres matches Adam Polito with 12 points in 6 games of his own, so he will be a huge threat for the Cardinals as well. Both teams are going to need their star players to step up, but both teams are going to need to shut down their opponent's star players as well. Both teams huddling in front of their net, getting ready for puck drop, going over final game plans, hyping each other up, and then we'll be ready for the puck to drop.
Should be a fun one today.
Yes, it should. Both teams high-flying offenses. Fredonia coming off their biggest scoring game of the season, while St. John Fisher coming off of a tough loss. Despite having so many goals scored, they're looking to get back to that type of game, putting up double digits multiple times this season. Not going to be easy doing that against Ethan Hayden, though, as he ranks in the top 5 in goals against average and save percentage for the AAU Division II amongst goalies with 3 games played or more. Both teams getting set for center ice. Slowly but surely. Taking a couple final warm-up laps.
Also, the first of 2 straight games these teams will play. They match up again in St. John Fisher next Friday.
A nice home and home. Of course, Fredonia coming in much more well-rested with the 2-week break, while St. John Fisher played last night. But we'll see if that rest turns into rust, and if it ends up costing Fredonia. Here's the puck drop, won by St. Fisher. Back to Gavin Dunford. He has it in his own end. He slips it over to his D partner, Joy. Joy up the wing to Chapman. He throws it up, turned over again, and now sent deep into the Fredonia zone. Now Schifla passes it across ice to Clendenning. He tips it deep into the zone and chases. Now back out to center ice. Here comes Kernan. Kernan just throws it back in deep, and it looks like Fredonia's trying to play behind the goal lines of St. John Fisher. Now here comes Joy. Joy passes it up to wing to Chapman. Chapman throws it out of the zone and back in deep to the St. John Fisher zone, and that is going to be Fredonia's game. Dump, chase, make the St. John Fisher D turn around, and chase pucks try to wear out their legs after playing a game last night. Now Ethan Hayden will go behind the net, but leave it for Eli Mulville in his own zone. Breakout pass sent up to Connor McGrath. Connor McGrath will dump it in deep, and another dump early on for Fredonia. Chirino flips it back, and now it's sent around, but that'll be stopped halfway up the wall by Mulville, actually batted by him and out of the zone, but they'll throw it right back in. Now St. John Fisher regroups, cross-eye pass, doesn't connect, goes all the way down the ice, and icing is called. So yeah, that looks like it's going to be the strategy for Fredonia, try to wear out St. John Fisher's legs early with the dump of chases.
Yeah, you've already mentioned it a few times, and I think that will be the game plan. Obviously, St. John Fisher played last night against a very good Brockport team. Again, lost 6-3. That's a lot of up and down for them, and then they're back at it less than 24 hours after that game.
Ventura will take the draw for Fredonia. However, he cannot win it. And now Kevin Green will work out of his own zone. He gives it up to Griffin Mayo, who tries to flip it out of the zone, but dumped in again by Fredonia, and that will definitely be the theme of the game. Now a big hit in the corner, but Fredonia recovers. Mulville with a shot from the point, steered away by Joy into the netting. Good rebound control, making that shot a one and done.
Yeah, really first shot we've seen on net from Fredonia today. Joy able to read it well. And again, you mentioned big hit. Fredonia, when they played St. Bonaventure a few weeks ago, very physical game. We'll have to see if they want to keep that a staple of their season.
Face off to the right side of Derek Joy, won again by St. John Fisher. Green will send that one around up to Mayo. Mayo can't get it out. Green will come up to help him. And now he'll work it up the wall out of his own zone. Now Mateo Torres comes in off the wall. He steps into the circle with a shot blockered away by Hayden. Now behind the net, Kernan. He'll battle with Torres. Now it's sent up the wall, up to Green. Green gives it over to his D partner. Now sent down low. One-timer off the side of the net. On the wall, both teams battle. Miller loses sight of the puck. Kevin Green able to corral it and send it down low. Big hit in the corner as Griffin Mayo throws his body around. Puck is left at the point. Shot just wide, and that will clear the zone. St. John Fisher recovers the puck. Takes it back to their own zone. Cross-ice pass is picked off, though. And here comes Hayden Burrows. He loses it. And battle ensues on the wall. Now puck is entered into the Fredonia zone. Sent down low. Battle behind the net between Hare and St. John Fisher. Wraparound chance. Is it in? No goal. St. John Fisher is celebrating, but the goal is waved off. Brady Moore thought he struck early, but Ethan Hayden was able to just keep it from going inside the net on the wraparound attempt.
St. John Fisher really their first deep offensive possession of this game, as we're just under 2.5 minutes to go in this one, and Hayden able to come up and save it after St. John Fisher thought they cashed in early. But the official says no.
Face off to the glove side of Ethan Hayden will be taken by Christopher Lyons and Chance Bears. Refs discussing, perhaps talking about that close goal, but close is no goal. Face-off won by Fredonia. Puck sent across, can't connect. Now it's a race for it. Griffin Sheflick. And it actually ends up being Ethan Ford who wins it, as Griffin Sheflick and Connor Scherer were both racing down the ice. But Ethan Ford came out of nowhere, won the race, and got the icing. So we'll do it again. Same side, glove side of Ethan Hayden. Chance Bears squares up for a rematch with Christopher Lyons. And this time St. John Fisher comes away with it. They're able to keep it in, but not for long. St. John Fisher takes it back, though, and Fredonia has done a good job clearing their zone, but they haven't been able to keep possession for very long as a dump in is played by Ethan Hayden. Hill rimming around the glass. Not able to get it out. It's kept in a blue line shot. Tipped in front by Tribley, but wide. Now Millville works it up the wall. Fredonia able to clear the zone, and now here comes Christopher Lyons on a 2-on-1. Lyons over to Cronshaw, and pass doesn't connect. Cronshaw now tries to cycle it down low, but it's picked off and sent across, picked off again by Fredonia, and ultimately left for Chance Bears of St. John Fisher. He'll dump it in, and a lot of dumping in. Maybe St. John Fisher thinking Fredonia's strategy isn't too bad. Now Shifka behind his own net. He tries to send it across, doesn't work. Jaros battles for it on the wall and ultimately wins and gets the puck out for Polito. Polito sends it across for Cronshaw. He'll just dump it in and get a change. Joy recovers the puck behind his net, leaves it for his D partner. Now pass sent up and a long stretch pass connects, and now here comes St. John Fisher, but a nice defensive play by Kiernan spoils that attempt. Battle on the blue line, sent in deep into the Fredonia zone. Gavin Pafk is there to recover. Now Pafk starts the breakout. He sends it to Clendenning, who wasn't ready, and the puck is recovered by Dunford. St. John Fisher trying to break back into the zone. They do, but not keeping the puck while they do it. Kernan sends a DDD pass over. Now back across to the glove side of Hayden. Puck comes off a stanchion, but right there to corral it was Pafk. Now here comes a break for the Fredonia Blue Devils. Polito with a shot, and it either went off the bar or off the helmet of Derek Joy, but out of the net nonetheless. Now Mulcahy sends it back behind the net over to Joy. Joy behind the net makes a move, buys himself some time, and sends it up to Jack Chapman. Chapman loses it, however. Now McGrath makes a nice pass, shot, and a pad save by Joy. Sent back the other way, though. Williams sends it around for Ventura. Ventura with it in the corner. He tries to send a pass back around, but it's picked off. Now Dunford will try to work out of his own zone. Puck ends up on the side of the net, and Derek Joy will just put his blocker on that one and call play.
Yeah, after a more calm first 5 minutes, Joy starting to see a little bit more action, and Fredonia had a chance with Chris Lyons, not able to connect on a pass, but then another good chance after this possession, seeing a couple shots. And then St. John Fisher came down with the opportunity of their own. Good play by Nate Kernan to break it up, but we're starting to see the pace of play start to pick up a little bit.
Absolutely we are, as Mulville has it on the blue line. He can't keep it in, and now a breakaway almost. Connor Hare prevents it for now, but now we do have a breakaway. Move shot saved by Hayden, as Mateo Torres wasn't able to get around him. Sent up to the point, a shot, nothing doing. Wraparound try, loses the puck, and Hayden makes a save off the stick of Jonah Rayshore. What a save early by both goalies, as Derek Joy made the big save last shift. Ethan Hayden says, whatever you can do, I can do just a little bit better.
That's a huge save, as Torres, you mentioned it in the intro, one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous player on this Cardinal roster. Huge save by Hayden early in this game.
Face-off one, back to Green. He sends it over. Shot is blocked. Rebound, scores. The shot was taken from the point, and it was blocked on the way and ultimately buried. Looks like Griffin Mayo will get the goal. The initial shot taken by John Chirino, so he'll have the assist. And just a tough bounce for Fredonia, and Griffin Mayo is rewarded by being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, right place, right time. You mentioned it, shot blocked from the point, which is, you like to see that from Fredonia, blocking shots. But again, lucky bounce for the Cardinals, and they're in the right spot. Now they're up.
Now Shifka has it in his own zone. He'll send it up the wall to Williams. Williams can't hold on to it. Puck sent back, and Mayo almost had another one. Now McGrath, little chaos ensuing in his own zone, so he just sends it deep. Ventura chases with Green. White icing wave. Ventura and Green battle. Williams joins them. Now Shifka steps up. Shot blocked there by John Chirino. Now play goes to the corner, picked off by St. John Fisher, picked off by Fredonia. some back and forth turnovers. Green will try to send it out. Mayo try to help him, and they finally do get it out. Mateo Torres will chase down McGrath and ultimately get the puck back to Mayo. Now Ventura will turn it around, and he steps over the red line. 1-on-3 though, so he wasn't going to get anywhere. Puck sent across the ice, and now here comes Griffin Mayo. Mayo drops it back for Torres. Torres makes a move in, but can't get the puck to the net, and now a 2-on-1 for Fredonia. Here comes Kiernan. Kiernan across. What a play by defenseman Dylan Joy to break up that 2-on-1 and ices it for an offensive zone by Fredonia. And that could have been dangerous with Nate Kiernan coming in on a 2-on-1.
Could have been very dangerous, as we already mentioned. Torres, one of the most dangerous players for the St. John Fisher roster. Kiernan is by far the most dangerous player for Fredonia. All-American last year. You don't want the puck on his stick when he has open space.
Face off to the glove side of Joy. One back to the Fredonia D. Shot through traffic, ends up in the corner. Now Clendenning will throw it up to Mulville. He'll take a shot, and that one doesn't make it to the net either. Bounced off the glass and out of the zone. Icing waved, and it's going to be on net, so irrelevant nonetheless. Mulville takes it around his net, and he'll just throw it up the wall, but not out though, as Joy takes a slapper coming into the zone, and that ends up in the corner. Sent out, back to Joy, eating a lot of ice time early on in this one. Joy sends it up the middle, right to Mulville, but he can't handle it. And now Bears had a pass coming his way, but it was in front of him. Now here's Jaros as he cycles around his own net. Jaros carries it out of the zone on his own, then leaves it for Clendenning, who can't hang on. Joy now on the left side. He passes it up to Bears. Bears is leveled by Mulville. And Mulville will continue to battle for possession. Puck goes down to the corner now. Burrows comes out with it. Can't get around the St. John Fisher forward, though. Now play continues behind the net. Burrows finally gets some space with the puck and gives it over to Mulville. Mulville sends it across. Joy sends it back in, and offsides is called as he corralled it on the wrong side of the blue line, and Chance Bears corralled it on the right side of the blue line. 12:04 remaining here in the first period. 1-0 game for a dangerous St. John Fisher, and we talked about how lethal their scoring can be pregame, and if they get going early, this could be a long game for the Blue Devils.
Could be, but one of the positive things from the Blue Devils is no penalties so far. Again, still early in the game, but you mentioned 13 minutes a game in the box. Nothing so far. You like to see that from if you're coach.
Yes, you do. Fredonia starts the breakout. Captain Kiernan steps over the red line. He'll make a move into the middle of the ice, now into the outside, and he gets deep into the zone. Kiernan takes it around the net, tries to center it out in front, but it takes a bounce off the side of the net, and here comes Chapman with the breakout for St. John Fisher. Burrows turns the puck over, shot, and that was a loud ding off the stick of Jack Chapman as he hits the goalie's best friend, the crossbar. Ethan Hayden got away with on there as well as the rest of the Fredonia Blue Devils team. So, a close call, but no harm, no foul for Fredonia as the faceoff comes to the blocker side of Hayden. Battling the slot, poked out for McGrath, and he'll just flip it out of the zone. That's going to end up being icing. So he had a lot more time and space than I think he initially realized, and instead of taking it out, he throws it out, and the faceoff will come back to where we just saw it 15 seconds ago.
Not a terrible play by McGrath. Again, you've seen St. John Fisher get a couple nice chances as of late. You want to see the puck just get out of your offensive zone and just try to get something going on the other side of the ice. So I don't hate that play, but again, you mentioned he had more room than he thought he did.
Mulcahy sends the puck down low. It ends up on the stick of Williams, who will throw it up the wall, but not hard enough to get out. However, it is batted out of play by Griffin Sheftick, rather. So face-off comes now at the offside circle near the Fredonia bench. Face-off won by St. John Fisher. Dunford sends it up the wall to Chapman. Chapman takes a little hit but stays right on his feet as the puck is sent right back out of play. And I imagine, yes, we'll have a face-off right by the Fredonia bench once again.
That's a good catch from our athletic trainer, Jules, over there. Quick shout out to Jules.
Good job, Jules. Chapman comes in wide, sends it back in front, but three players for Fredonia were there ready to spoil that chance. Now Ventura races up the right side. He'll dump it in deep for Williams to chase. Williams is going to be beat there by Sheftick, though, who sends it over to his D partner. Can't clear it, though, as Ventura gets the puck back, tries to send it up to the wing. Cronshaw's right there to stop that from happening and get it over to Chapman. Mulville tries to line up Chapman, but he had already sent the puck forward, and St. John Fisher recovers the puck, sending it back now for Dunford. Dunford takes his time and space and uses it as he begins the breakout. Breakout's unsuccessful, though, as Fredonia almost turns it the other way. Polito was one step away from making that dangerous. Now Mulville over to Hare. Hare sends it up, and here comes Polito. Polito makes a move in. Tight shot, gloved by Joy and held on to a nice move there, but ultimately not much of a scoring chance from that angle.
It's a good move from Polito. He had a goal in the St. Bonaventure game shorthanded, doing a very similar move, went backhand top corner. So, again, that's not a bad shot for him. You might think, why take that shot? He can make those.
And I don't think he had anything better play there either. Might as well take a shot. It got them an offensive zone draw. Ultimately, a good play from Adam Polito. Face off to the blocker side of goaltender Derek Joy. Clendenning has it low in the zone. Puck bounces near the net, and Joy decides that he doesn't want to deal with any chaos in front of his net. He'd rather just kill the play. So we'll do it again to the right side of Derek Joy. Tie up on the draw, ends up on the stick of St. John Fisher, and now on the wall. Puck is sent out of the zone and tipped by Slivka, so no icing. Ethan Hayden sends it up to Clendenning. Clendenning on the wall, makes a move, makes another move, and now has time and space in his own zone to give it to Shifka. Shifka gives it right back to Clendenning, and he works it up the left wing wall. Now into the center, cuts across, still cutting across all the way to the right side, and takes it back around the net the other way. Throws it in front, tip unhandled by Joy, but Fredonia can't make anything of it as it bounces out of their zone, and Shifka, they'll send the puck over to Mayo. Or to Pafk, rather. And it's sent in deep. Play goes behind the net now and into the right side corner. Now back to the other corner. And both teams having trouble corralling the puck this shift. It seems to be bouncing a little bit more. But finally, St. John has it on a clean breakout as they send it across ice to Mayo. And he is leveled by Slivka. Some big hits early in this game. Delayed offsides. Gives Fredonia some time to retreat, and Kiernan now some space to move into the zone. Kiernan up the right side. He tries to work it around, but with two players on him, he's unable to hold possession. Now behind the net, Torres doesn't have quite as much time as he has, but he thinks he has, but he's able to make a play that ultimately results in an icing. So the face-off will go back into the St. John Fisher zone.
Yeah, the Blue Devils doing a way better job as of late getting pucks to the net. And again, not a ton of really open shots, but getting pucks to the net. And we've seen Joy not really being able to control them. And, you know, that's always a good thing. Getting pucks to the net, good things can happen. And then we mentioned the physicality, big hit by Schilf there. Maybe you like to see him maybe get some energy going, still down 1-0. That the physicality may start to pick up.
Face off, won by St. John Fisher. Working it up the wall now as it's batted to the middle for Chance Bears. He cuts in. He drops it back, and a shot by John Ranella is hang on to and gobbled by Ethan Hayden. Good save. Great vision there to drop the pass off to John Ranella, and he's able to get a shot with much more room than Chance Bears would have had he taken a shot.
Hayden playing well so far. Let up that early goal, but since then has played well.
Yeah, not much he could have done on it either. Face off won by St. John Fisher. Pinballs towards the net, but wide. Now sent out in front, but nothing doing as here comes Ventura. Ventura with Williams on a 2-on-2. He decides to send it in deep and chase. Williams with Ventura behind the net. Ventura with the puck. He works out of the corner, tries to work towards the net. McGrath takes a shot that ultimately goes wide. Puck sent out of the zone onto shiftless stick by St. Bonaventure. And now broken out by John Ranella. Ranella loses it. Lost again by St. Bonaventure, and now here's a shot gloved down by Derek Joy. And other than the one play, he does seem to be controlling his rebounds, but that puck bouncing around right in front of the net was very scary for the Cardinals.
Yeah, you mentioned that one play, but besides that, Joy has played well. He's covered up every puck. He's not letting Fredonia get any lucky bounces like we saw from St. John Fisher.
Battle at the face-off circle. Ends in Jack Chapman starting a breakout, but not succeeding. Now the puck is batted out into the Fredonia zone. Play goes on the wall now. Tied up on the wall. Both teams fight for it. Fredonia trying to fight it deep, or fight it out, and they do. Now sending deep, but offsides is delayed, so Fredonia will have time to start a breakout, and this puck is just bouncing back and forth between teams as another turnover is sent on net for St. John Fisher, and lucky for them, Ethan Hayden decides to cover up, so they'll get an offensive zone draw. That was a little bit of a pinball shift. The puck just bouncing around from Fredonia to St. John Fisher to Fredonia to St. John Fisher.
Yeah, some sloppy plays from both teams. Again, they're still getting settled. Obviously, St. John Fisher sound like a broken record, but they played yesterday. They're still getting comfortable. In Fredonia, 2 week, you mentioned the 2 week rust. They have to get back to how they were playing as well.
Glove saved by Hayden, so we'll do it again to his glove side. That shot taken by John Chirino. Good wrist shot. Face-off won by Fredonia. Mulville wraps it around the boards. It doesn't get very far as Chapman takes it. Puck bounces around in front of the net but never makes it there. Mulville will send it off the glass. Kept in temporarily by Fisher and sent deep. Schlifka will get it behind the net. He tries to send it back but can't. Ethan Hayden, good stick in front, poking away that pass as Chapman whips one wide of the net. Breaking in out of the zone is Sheflick. He'll send it around deep. Pinned behind the net is Mikowski. Mikowski can't do much with it as it's taken by Fredonia and broken out. Now Jaros over to Clendenning. Clendenning cuts to the middle. He runs out of room and ultimately floats one wide. Sent around, but that'll be stopped at the blue line by Gavin Pafk. He starts to work it in down low along the wall. Sends it in front. Clendenning was open, but he couldn't get anything on it. And Kiernan will reset outside of the zone for the Blue Devils. He takes it in wide the right side, continues to go wide. Cuts in front and ultimately taken off. And every time Kiernan tries to take a few steps, a few moves to the net, he's got 3 to 4 St. John Fisher Cardinals waiting for him.
He can be a game breaker, and I think Coach at St. John Fisher saying we're not going to let him beat us, and so far it's been working.
Looks like they got the scouting report on him as it goes D to D in St. John Fisher's zone. Now Fredonia ends up with it, and they're looking to break it back in. But now here comes St. John Fisher, 2-on-2 the other way. Shot is blocked. Good block from Kiernan. As even though he hasn't been able to crack the scoreboard so far, he's still making plays in the defensive zone. Puck gets past St. John Fisher defense and broken into the zone. Sent right back out, though, and as fast as Fredonia's getting the puck into the zone, St. John Fisher's D is getting it out. As here comes a potential break. Nothing doing, though, as Jonah Reshore was open in front of the net, but they couldn't get the puck to him. Puck is sent around the glass, kept in at the blue line. Hayden Burrows fights to get it out and does. Can't get it much deeper, though, as another fight ensues on the wall. 3-on-2 in there for St. John Fisher, and that's why they'll end up coming out with it. Puck is sent over to the wall to Joy. Joy, dump it in towards the net. Hayden will just block her that one in the corner. Schlifka and Hare both go for it. A miscommunication will lead to a St. Bonaventure turnover and sent right back deep by Joy. Now Williams battles with Tribley. Sent up to Joy. Joy one-times it off the chest of Hayden wide. I don't know if he ever saw it. Joy ends up with the puck on his stick again. He'll send one low. Shot, rebound, and another save by Hayden. That's rebound coming from Tribley. Battle on the wall now. Joy just dumps it in deep for a third time this shift. Hare will go get it, and he'll send it up the glass, but waiting for it is Chance Bears on the wall, who will work it right back down low. Now Bears behind the net, ties up with Hare. Ventura goes in to help, and Miller ends up with it. He'll send it over to Connor Hare. Hare with some time and space. Bounces one off the wall for Williams, who tips it just out of the zone. And Fredonia needs to take some time now while St. John Fisher's offsides to reset. They don't and end up turning the puck over. Now the puck is bounced right back into the Fredonia zone, and Mulville will send it over to Schlifka. Bounced out of the zone into St. John Fisher possession, though, as Joy has it, and he works into his own zone. Drops one back, sent up on the wall to Chance Bears. Bears on the left side. He loses possession momentarily, but dumps it in deep where Mulville will pick it up with time and space. Millville sends it up the wall to Clendenning. Clendenning now. He'll shoot one up, and coming in with speed on the wall is Polito. Polito tries to take it around, but is stripped of possession. And puck is sent back to Nate Kiernan. Fredonia defenseman will look to break it back into the zone. He starts to work it low before dropping it for Polito, who takes a shot from distance. Gloved easily by Derek Joy.
The first real offensive deep possession we've seen for Fredonia in quite some time. St. John Fisher doing a good job of not letting Fredonia get anything generated off the rush, which they're usually so successful doing. So a great job from St. John Fisher thus far, not letting Fredonia get comfortable in this game.
Yeah, it feels like most of the time St. John Fisher is clearing the puck as fast as Fredonia's getting it in the zone. Face-off one, Millville sends it over to his partner Kieran. He takes a shot, blockered away by Joy. Tries to bounce one past Mulville, and he falls making a play, but the play is made nonetheless as he eats it on the wall. St. John Fisher just trying desperately to send it out, and they finally do, where Jack Chapman is waiting for it. Chapman, coming in off the wall, will send a bad angle shot, stopped by Hayden. And now here come the Blue Devils. Puck sent in deep by Toscani. Picked up behind the net by Ethan Ford. He'll try to send it up the wall. Nothing happening, though, so Green will try the other way. Ventura picks it up, so nothing happening on either side, and now St. John Fisher will get a third try to break out. This time it's Devil Mulcahy behind the wall. He'll send a pass over, and it is sent up to Antonio Femia. Now Jack Chapman with it. He tries to get around Kiernan, but a good stick prevents that from happening, and another break-in by Kiernan. Kiernan cuts to the middle, 1-on-4, not going to happen as he gets leveled from both sides. Now a pass attempt for Jonah Reshore is missed, and Williams will skate that one down for an icing with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the opening frame.
I know we already talked about it earlier, but St. John Fisher really doing a good job of not letting Nate Kiernan get any space, any air. As soon as he crossed the line, he had a little bit of room. 4 players collapsed on him, and they made him feel it.
Yeah, he really hasn't done much this game, and it's not because he's not a great player, and it's not even because he's not playing well. I don't know who's going to get through a 1-on-4, not named Connor McDavid. Puck is tipped, so no icing is called. There's a race for it now between Jonah Reshore and Gavin Pafk. Sent up the wall and sent out of the zone into St. John Fisher possession, but that is flagged down by Ventura, and now we have a race for the puck. Ventura, and he cannot beat Mateo Torres there. Good hustle to prevent an opportunity, as now Jonah Reshore will just bounce one off the wall. It gets past Connor Hare, though, and now we have a 2-on-1 for St. John Fisher. Shot sent just wide by Chirino. Battle along the red line, ends up on the stick of McGrath. He'll try to flip it in deep, but that's blocked. He does ultimately get it in deep, though, and battles with Chirino. Chirino comes out with it, starts to break it out, hits his center in the shin, and that keeps it in. Now McGrath over to Jaros. Puck was in his skates. Jaros will send it around. McGrath races with Reisher for it. 3-on-1 is going to come out on the stick of St. John Fisher, most likely, as it does, and it is iced. So Hare can cruise to that shot, and the faceoff should come to the blocker side of Derek Joy. And if you feel like you've heard the name Joy a lot this period, that's because there are 2 of them. Derek Joy, goaltender, and Dylan Joy, defenseman, are twins, freshman twins on the St. John Fisher Cardinals roster. It's a shame they're not D partners, because that could be some crazy chemistry right there.
That would be pretty cool. But again, you mentioned we've been saying Joy a lot. Dylan Joy, the defenseman, he's the leading point getter for all St. John Fisher defensemen. So he's a big playmaker for this team.
Kiernan with a shot, stopped in front, and a big save coming from Derek Joy as the puck was blocked in front and then dropped onto the stick of a Fredonia Blue Devil, but ultimately steered away. Now St. John Fisher comes in on the left side. And Polito takes it from him. He'll come in to the glove side of Derek Joy. Puck taken off his stick. Jaros takes it back, though, and he tries to go top shelf, but sends it wide. Puck sent into the skates of a St. John Fisher player. And now Clendenning will break it into the other way. Clendenning with a shot, glove down and stopped by Derek Joy. 19 seconds remaining. And a back and forth rush shift there. That could have been dangerous for either team.
Puck was bouncing around. A couple players on both sides had a chance to really get in with some speed. No one was able to pick it up. But yeah, 19 seconds left, still 1-0. I personally thought it would be a little bit more high scoring. We saw against St. Bonaventure, Fredonia really opening up in the second period, but interesting game nonetheless.
Face-off is won, but Ventura can't get it to his D, so Schlifka will have to chase it all the way back in his own zone. Hard on pursuit is Chance Bears, and that forces a turnover. Now Bears, and if he was able to get that puck, he had Brady Moore wide open in front of the net. But that is going to do it for the first period as Fredonia sends it out. 1-0 St. John Fisher. Pretty evenly played period. St. John Fisher definitely dominating the first 10 minutes, but ultimately Fredonia evening it out. And they're just going to have to smooth things out a little bit. make some plays that they haven't been able to make if they're going to come back in this one.
Yeah, shots are pretty even. Face-offs are pretty even, and both teams have a few blocked shots. Been even so far besides that one goal that, again, lucky bounce, right time, right place. But, again, pretty clean game so far, no penalties. Will be interesting to see what happens in the second.
1-0 after the first period. This is the Nickel City Hockey Network. We'll see you back for the second period.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
Welcome back to Nickel City Hockey Network at the Steele Hall Stadium. I'm Tobias Bell, joined by Mitch Harusi, and we are set for the second period of a 1-0 hockey game. St. John Fisher currently commanding the lead, but Fredonia got hot at the end of the last period, and we're going to see if they can try to translate that into an early game-tying goal.
Yeah, after the first, you mentioned it before we went into the intermission, not a great first 10 minutes for Fredonia. St. John Fisher really controlled it, but over the last few minutes at the end of the first period, Fredonia really picked it up, got a lot of shots on goal, got a lot of high-danger chances. It'll be interesting to see if they can really open up the ice as they wish they can do. You know, they have a lot of guys that are really good in open space. It'll be interesting to see if they can really, like I mentioned, open up the ice.
So the team switch sides, Fredonia in the white jerseys with the blue and black trim going right to left. St. John Fisher with the same jerseys, however red with white and yellow trim going left to right. Fredonia getting loud, ready for the period, looking to try to build some energy and momentum to start out the period. Opening draw taken between Brandon Mikowski and Adam Polito is won by Fredonia. Shifka tries to send one up, but it is batted down and away by Brandon Mikowski and ultimately ends up in the St. John Fisher zone where it's sent up the middle. Puck bouncing around. Looks like the ice is still a little sticky as both teams trade possession and finally sent deep to the left side of Ethan Hayden. Kiernan recovers. He'll try to send one up to Clendenning, but sends it too far, and St. John Fisher regroups. Mikowski. Captain Mikowski sends it hard around up to Mulcahy. He can't corral it. Kiernan in shoots it, and there was good traffic in front, but the puck never made it. Now sent up and sent deep. Slowed down by the ice. As we said, it was sticky, and now a huge hit is laid by Mulcahy as he takes a shot off the mask and into the corner by Hayden. Puck evades Fredonia and sent back in deep as Kiernan will recover behind his own net. He tries to send it up, but a good stick by Mikowski keeps it in. Only momentarily though as Fredonia sends it out, and Dylan Joy tipping it on the way will prevent the icing. Now Joy takes it across, sends a nice pass up, but past Griffin Mayo. Now Mulville will break up a play, and in deep with the puck is Torres. Torres battles with Hare behind the net. Shot in front, hits the side of the net. Working it low is Torres. He tries to send it in front. It ends up going all the way to the far point, and a shot is stopped. Rebound stopped as well and hung on to by Ethan Hayden. The game kind of slowed down there for a second, and that allowed St. John Fisher to make a long stretch pass and get a couple opportunities.
Yeah, a couple opportunities early. Hayden, like we mentioned earlier, not being able to control the rebound. We saw it again there. a couple shots off of him, not able to control it, but he's standing tall, playing well after letting up that first goal.
Now a shot comes in from the wall. That'll go wide, and Mulville will race to it and win that race. And he's ultimately able to get it out, sending it up for Hayden Burrows, but Green will pick it up in his own zone. Green makes a cut back and will try to take it along the wall, but he's met by Toscano. Toscano and Burrows battle with St. John Fisher. Sent up to Mulville. He sends it in front. Doesn't make it to the net. And now a race for it again. Mulville with Torres. Mulville bodies out Torres and brings him down to the ice. Great D to keep a breakaway from happening. Now a shot is sent wide. It'll go back out of play, and Green will corral it in his own zone, where he sends it over to D partner Griffin Mayo. Mayo tries to work it up the wall to Torres. He can, so he takes it and tries to take it himself and can't do that either. Burrows takes him off the puck and battles with Green for possession on the wall. Taken in by Fredonia and sent in deep by Lyons. He'll chase after it in the corner by himself. Now St. John Fisher recovers. Battles continue in the corner. Fredonia will come out with it. Sent up to Mulville for a one-timer, sent just wide, and Kiernan will hold his own. Kiernan makes a move past one, makes a move past another, and he gets drilled by the third, John Chirino. Well, he can make two moves up the wall, but third time's a charm for John Chirino as Mulville will send it back in deep to the St. John Fisher zone, and this is what Fredonia needed to do in the first period, was possess the puck. St. John Fisher puts an end to that, though. Kiernan forces a turnover. Ben Ventura turns it right back over to St. John Fisher. Now a puck sent in deep, too close to the net for the refs, so they wave it off, and Mulville recovers in his own zone. He sends a long stretch pass for Kiernan, but it's picked off by Chirino at the blue line, and now brought in by St. John Fisher. Nice play in front. Shot never makes it to the net. Dangerous for Fredonia. Another block, that one by Ventura, and he almost gets a breakaway out of it. Danger in front of the net by Fredonia avoided. Battle in the corner now, 2-on-2 for each. Comes behind the net for Kiernan. Kiernan sends a breakout pass up for Williams. He makes a banked pass that Ventura can't catch up to. However, misplay by the defenseman, and now a 2-on-1. Williams for Ventura. He can't catch up to the pass from Williams. Sent across the ice now by Fredonia. And back around where Ventura will turn the puck over from St. John Fisher. Now up to the point for Schlifka. Schlifka attends a shot that's tipped wide by Williams. Now in the corners, McGrath. He tries to send it around and gets it to Ventura. Ventura in front, gets a shot, gets another, starts batting at the pads of joy, holding it down. McGrath in the corner. He's met by three members of the St. John Fisher team. Battling hard, though. Still with possession. Ventura's in there with him. Joy and Moore fight to get the puck from him, and Joy comes out with it. Fredonia holding the zone, though, not for long, as it's finally flipped out. Kiernan will be the first to this puck, though, and he'll reverse a breakout back to Reese Taylor. Reese Taylor sends a stretch pass. Not picked up. Finally picked up by Connor Shera, but he can't hold on to it.
Good play by Shera to wipe off the icing, though.
Yeah, that looked like icing for sure. Shera's hustle beats it, but now here comes the play on the wall. St. John Fisher almost scores. That one ends up under Ethan Hayden, and good rebound control on the shot from Devin Mulcahy keeps this a one-goal game.
Yeah, despite the chance there from St. John Fisher, you mentioned it, Fredonia doing a much better job of holding possession of the puck, really getting shots on net, just creating anything, getting shots to the net, and we didn't see that in the first period. It's good to see them start to get that going here early in the second.
Connor Shera beats Mikowski for the draw, but the puck is immediately batted out of the play. So they'll have a rematch. We mentioned Mikowski earlier with over 140 points in his collegiate career, and he's looking to tack on another here this shift. Slap shot goes wide. That was a rip. Mikowski now in the corner, sends one in front. Ethan Hayden bats that away, and Mulville breaks it out. Mulville takes it. He's got Taylor on the wing with him. He'll dump it in deep and chase after it. Picks up his own dump. Now takes it up the wall. Mulville sends a soft puck in front. Ultimately retrieved, though, by Jonas Cronshaw, and he works away from the wall. In front for Taylor. He can't corral a shot. Saved. His own rebound, and a good block there by Mikowski, who gets it down on his own side as well as the offensive side. Ethan Hayden will come out and clear the puck, as that would have been an easy breakaway for Devin Mulcahy. Stretch pass now, and Torrens will break it in. He is absolutely decked, and that was certainly from behind. Credit for Devin Mulcahy for popping right back to his feet after that massive collision with Jonas Cronshaw, but with his back turned, no doubt about that, his back was turned. Jonas Cronshaw heads to the box, and we'll see if this is only 2.
I was about to say, it'll be interesting to see if they give this a major or a minor. I could see it going either way, to be honest.
Nothing on the clock yet. Not too much reaction, so I'm thinking it'll only be a 2. Usually there's at least a little bit of a fight put up when a 5-minute is called. Ref was ready to drop the puck, but the scorekeepers were not. And there's the 2 minutes on the clock for Jonas Cronshaw. Williams lines up for the draw. Won by St. John Fisher. However, not handled, and Ventura gets an easy clear. Derek Joy will come out to play that, and he sends a stretch up. However, turned over. Now Schlifka will clear it again. Not too deep, though. St. John Fisher cracks over the blue line, loses the puck, and there is a deep clear as that'll get all the way in to the St. John Fisher zone. So a good start to this penalty kill for Fredonia. Dunford works behind his own net. He sends it up the wing. Now breaking through the zone is Mayo. He chips it in deep. Kiernan's going to fight for that one behind the net. Mayo ends up with his own dump in. Mayo in the circle, sends it up to Chirino. Chirino walks middle, takes a shot, tipped up wide and out of play. Good start to this penalty kill for Fredonia, killing off the first 41 seconds.
Yeah, good start. They did a good job up until that last possession, but a good job breaking anything up at the blue line. They'll let them get to the blue line. As soon as they get there, they'll break it up. They'll lay bodies, and that's what you want to see from Fredonia.
Yeah, they're stacking the blue line well, preventing St. John Fisher from not only setting up in the zone, but getting into the zone in the first place. Now some sort of delay as the refs are discussing. Not really sure what this could be about, as the last play was a slap shot tipped up and out of play. It was aimed towards the net, so it's an in-zone draw regardless of who it went off of, whether it was a St. John Fisher or a member of the Blue Devils. So I really have no idea what this could be about.
Yeah, I didn't see anything either. I'm unsure what this could be about.
And now they're bringing the linesmen over, and they must have seen something we didn't. So I wish I could give you more. My apologies, but looks like Kiernan's going in to find out what this is all about too. Refs continue to discuss. And Kiernan's putting his hands up, so whatever they're discussing, I don't think he likes the discussion. Now he skates over towards the St. John Fisher bench. I don't know if Kiernan's displeased or confused, but he's displaying some emotion out there.
Waiting for some sort of signal. I really don't know.
Now the refs go to the scorer's box and grab a locker room key. I see Captain Brandon Mikowski with an ice pack in his hand, so maybe there was a potential call that they're discussing. I didn't see what happened to him. Hopefully he's all right. He's got his stick and both gloves in his hand, so I don't think we've seen Brandon Mikowski's last shift yet today. Now the refs are discussing with the Fredonia Scratches. I am at a complete loss for what this could be about.
Unless maybe it was something with
The score box?
maybe it was a 5-minute and they put it in wrong, but now
That could
he's
be
going to the
that.
locker room. The ref's going to the locker room. I'm not sure.
What? I don't see any panes of glass broken. What in the world is going on at Steele Hall Stadium? So there goes the ref. Maybe he had an injury and they're going to play with one ref and one linesman. Maybe he was seeing if he could play through it and ultimately decided he would need a break.
I mean, I believe the trainer Jules did go back there, so.
So if I had to take an immediate guess, it would be that the ref faced some sort of injury and was ultimately deciding whether he would continue right now or not.
I believe because he went back to the locker room, and I did see Jules, the trainer, go back there with him. So I think your guess is as good as anyone's.
Either that or they have some sort of medical kit that they need to grab for Brandon Mikowski, who's currently on the bench with an ice pack. But he looks all right. He's on his feet. He's hopping around. He's talking. Oh, as I say that, he walks further and further away from the bench. Oh, never mind. He's going right back. So we're back now with one ref and one linesman. 5-on-4 continues for St. John Fisher finally. Battle behind the net. Shot in front, and the one-timer is buried. So after a long delay in play, St. John Fisher did not take a long time to get right back into it, and Jack Chapman sends that one home to make this a 2-0 game.
That's a beautiful play right off the draw. They win it at Chapman, set up right in front of the net. One-timer does not miss, and he goes right past Elbert, who, again, has played well so far, but, again, when you give a guy that much space and that much time to really set up with no one around him, he's gonna hit his mark.
So we talked about that ultra-dangerous power play before the game. 1 for 1, there it is. And Jack Chapman, in just his 7th game of the season, has his 6th goal. So, I mean, a point per game pace is unbelievable. How about a goal per game pace? So a little bit less of a break in between whistles this time as the puck drops at center ice. Now Clendenning works it back for Mulville as the Fredonia Blue Devils look to respond back 5-on-5. Jarrow sends it in deep. It'll be chased down by Green, who will fake around, try to go back the other way, but that's read by Fredonia. Jarrow sends it in front, and that's picked off and now broken out by Chirino. Chirino, 1-on-2. He takes a hit from Mulville, keeps the puck, but it pushes him behind the net. Chirino continues to work with it until finally the puck is picked up and moved out by Adam Polino. He's taken out, no call. Fredonia wants one. Clendenning chases Green into the zone. He misses his check. Green has it now. He'll bounce it up the wall, past his man, sent back deep by Fredonia, and now Clendenning picks it up. Clendenning tries to work it back down low, picked off by Green, and battled for by Polito. Polito with Green. Polito takes Green down behind the net. Jaros will pick up the puck with him, and the battles continue. Now that puck is just iced out of the zone hard by Griffin Mayo. Mulville, he could have rolled to that one, and he would have beat St. John Fisher, and that'll cause a whistle with 12-16 in a 2-0 hockey game. St. John Fisher with the lead.
A couple hits both ways. Clendenning tried to line up a St. John Fisher defenseman, and he missed, but again, that could be trying to get the energy up. They're down 2-0 now. I don't know why the score hasn't been fixed, but again, down 2-0, trying to get something going.
Williams with a shot, glove down by Mayo, who has looked very, very strong in his second collegiate performance so far this game.
Another thing I'd like to keep an eye on is Fredonia. We've seen them not be as aggressive as they perhaps may be. I wonder now down 2 goals if they'll try to start taking some risk and really open up the ice both ways.
But we've seen already St. John Fisher with some rushes against, and if they're going to be aggressive, they got to be careful because that could end with breakaways and 2-0s very quickly. Kiernan works it down low. He tries to take a step to the net, but a good defensive play by Ethan Ford prevents that from happening. McGrath keeps it in the zone, sent it down for Kiernan. Kiernan pinned against the wall, but keeps moving with possession. Now he drops it back. Shot is stopped off the stick of Ventura. And now St. John Fisher with the breakout. Sent in deep by Mikowski. Hayden plays it behind his own net. He'll send it around the glass where it's picked up by Chapman. Chapman battles in the corner with Kiernan. A lot of physicality. Puck ultimately taken by Ventura, given to Kiernan, and sent up the wall for Williams, but he can't connect a pass with Ventura, so St. John Fisher sends it right back in deep. Now Kiernan on the wall. He sends it up the middle for Ventura. Pass is picked off, and St. John Fisher tries to bring it the other way. However, right there for it was Schlifka, and he'll get it back into the Fredonia zone. Working it low, halfway down the wall before it's taken by Mikowski. Sent all the way around, and now here comes Mulcahy with speed. Mulville's with him. Mulcahy slows down, gets a shot. Big save by Hayden. Tried to go 5-hole, but it's taken away quick. Burrows now fights his way out of the zone. He gets it to the red line, and he'll send it up to the blue line for McGrath, but McGrath has a bounce off his stick, and now a 2-on-3 rush the other way for St. John Fisher. Nothing doing on it, though, and McGrath will once again fight it out of his zone. St. John Fisher sends it in deep, picked up by Schlifka in his own zone. He's chased by Moore. Schlifka goes all the way around the net and backhands it off the glass where it's turned over by Ford. Ford loses possession to Hayden Burrows, and now here's a chance for Fredonia. Burrows takes a shot. It goes wide, the glove side of Joy. Fighting for the possession now is Tribbley on the wall. St. John Fisher ultimately comes out with it as Dunford sends it over for Ford. Mulville tries to send one towards the net, but it misses, and Tribbley will just flip it towards center ice. Play goes to the wall now. Both teams fighting for possession, and Burrows had a shot, hit him, and Fredonia's lucky they didn't get flagged for too many men there, especially with this St. John Fisher power play.
I was just about to say, that was a lucky break.
Big rebound off the shot from Lyons, but he can't do anything with it. Puck kept in by Hare. Taylor works it towards the middle. It's tipped up and out of play, or up and out of the zone, rather, where Mulville will grab possession in his own zone, flips it forward, can't clear the zone, though, and here comes St. John Fisher. Good block as Hare makes up for Mulville's mistake. And now Mulville will look to make up for his own as he gets the red line and he dumps. Good play by Mulville as he chases it in. Joy picks it up behind his own net. He sends one around the glass, hits a stanchion, picked up in the middle by Taylor. He sends a shot, sticked away by Joy. Battle along the wall, low in the St. John Fisher zone, comes out to Kiernan. He steps middle, fakes a pass, comes out but has it tipped off of his stick. Luckily, Connor Shera was back to retrieve and pass it over to Gavin Paff. On the change, Fredonia has plenty of time as Paff works. He sends a far ice pass, Kiernan tips it in, and he'll pick it up himself. Now Kiernan, along the goal line, sends it in front, where it's picked up, shot just wide by Paff. St. John Fisher starts the breakout as this could be a 2-on-1 here. Chapman in front, what a save by Ethan on the wood, 2-on-1 one-timer. Oh, that was a dangerous chance to make it 3-0, and Ethan Hayden stands tall. Play coming up the wall is cleared by Fredonia. Dylan Joy there waiting for it, and he'll send it in from the red line on net, gloved by Hayden and dropped for Kiernan. Captain Kiernan sends a center ice pass for Cronshaw. Cronshaw starts breaking in with Shera. He gives it to Shera. Shera all alone! Off the crossbar and out of play. The best chance of the day for Fredonia, and Shera was inches away from making the count.
Both teams, again, I mentioned Fredonia might be more aggressive start to open up the ice, and that has been the case. Both teams with breakaways. We had 2 or 3 minutes of really unwhistled play, back and forth, up and down, and if you're Fredonia, that might be the game you want to play. Again, St. John Fisher, I know they're up in this game, but they played last night. You might want to get in a little bit of a track meet with them.
Lucas Williams tries to center it for Ventura, but it's picked off and broken out the other way by St. John Fisher. Now here comes Mulcahy. Mulcahy tries to make around Mulville. He's having none of it. But another huge 1T save by Hayden as it was picked up by St. John Fisher and sent across for Brandon Mikowski, looking for his 142nd point and 8th on the year. He does not get it as Hayden stands tall for his second cross-crease one-timer save in the last 2 shifts.
That's a beautiful save. I mean, St. John Fisher over 20 shots on net, according to my count at least, and he's playing well. Again, that's a one-timer. That's a really hard play to make. He reads it well, slides over, and able to get the glove up.
Puck sent in towards Eli Mulville. He'll send it behind him, where McGrath fights on the wall, and he is taken out hard by Devon Mulcahy, and there will be a call on that. We'll see if it was interference if he hit him too early, as yes, he did. They were both going towards the puck, but contact was initiated a little too soon, and with the hit being so big, that has to be a call.
It is good to see McGrath get up. He missed last game with an injury. Good to see him get up after 2 weeks of rest too. But this is a huge opportunity for Fredonia. Down 2 goals, you put out your power play unit that is electric. These guys can score, and this will be. I'm not going to say the game will be over if they don't score because, again, a lot of time left. But if they want to come back in this game, this is where they need to take advantage of this opportunity.
Face-off won by St. John Fisher. Battled for in the corner. Jaros pills it out. Glendenning lets the pass go back to Schlifka, who takes a shot, gloved and snared by Joy. So face-off will go to the other side, that being his blocker side. Mikowski lines up for the draw for St. John Fisher. Across from him is going to be Adam Polito, star player for the Fredonia Blue Devils. Former Churchville, Chile high school player. As he'll slowly creep towards the face-off circle as the ref is having a discussion with our good friend Caden Campese in the scorer's box. Still discussing, as there's no time on the clock for the penalty. Now there is. 1:52 remains on it. Polito can't win the draw. However, Schlifka can keep it into the blue line, and that's exactly what he does. Has it on the wall now, sends it to his partner, Kiernan. Kiernan starts a shot, decides against it, and works towards the middle. Sends one over for Schlifka. Schlifka sends one up for Clendenning. He can't make anything happen, so he sends it up to Kiernan. Kiernan, quarterbacking the power play, takes a shot, bounces right back to his stick, and so he'll work in wide and low. Kiernan goes around the net, tries to send one in front for Clendenning, bounces to Schlifka instead, and dropped back to Kiernan. Kiernan on the blue line. Fakes a shot, gets it to the slot for Clendenning. He can't hang on, and now chases after it with Green. Clendenning still with it, sends it up the wall to Kiernan. He's pressured, so he has to give it up to Schlifka, who's now quarterbacking. Schlifka sends it down for Polito, centered for Clendenning. He can't get a shot off. What a play by Fredonia, but they can't finish the job. Kiernan needs to get this and keep it in. Good play by Polito, but it only lasts temporarily as St. John Fisher is able to clear the zone, and Polito looks to take it right back as he does. He sends it in this corner where he'll chase after it, makes a move, creates some time and space, and sends it up to Kiernan, and puck bounces on him and out of the zone. Kiernan comes in wide. Couple St. John Fisher players change, so he's got some room in front of the net. Can't get a shot off. Now send up the wall for Jaros. Jaros just sends one towards the net with traffic in front, but it bounces to the boards where Kiernan picks it up. Kiernan up to Schlifka. Schlifka to Kiernan. Takes a step in, now goes out wide. He gets tripped, arm goes right up, and number 13, Brandon Mikowski, is going to be going to the box. Smart play by Mikowski, though, is knowing that they were already down a man, having the puck cornered. He holds and waits to touch it, so now they're only going to have to face 6 seconds on the 5-on-3, and it would have only been 10 anyway, but still, every second matters in the game of hockey.
Yeah, it's a smart play, but again, we've seen on this power play, like we've seen the entire game, the Cardinals not letting Nate Kiernan get anything developed. We've seen that even down a guy, they are pressuring Kiernan if he's up at the blue line, if he's beneath the goal, and they're not letting him win this game. They're going to make someone else beat him.
And Kiernan, who has had the puck on his stick a lot this game, but has been double, triple, even quadruple teamed by Fisher, finally finds a way to contribute despite that by drawing a penalty. Puck is dumped over the head of Gavin Pafkin out of play, or out of the zone again. So now Williams is forced to break it back in, which he does with somewhat ease, but he drops it back for Ventura, doesn't get him, and it is sent out by Mateo Torres. Hayden stops it for his defenseman, as Gavin Paf will look to start the breakout, sends it up to Ventura on the wall. Pressured, but pulls it off the wall, loses it for a second, picked up by Paf. He loses it as well, and Torres gets it right back. Plenty of space on the wall, and he'll use it, and a smart play to send it back into his own zone, just to kill a little more time. Pass stretched across. Here comes Torres. Oh, and he had a wide open net, but he couldn't bury. And Fisher thought they scored. Ethan Hayden, lying down on his back, had the bottom of the net cross, and luckily for him and for Fredonia, the puck was sent on the ground. Great job by St. John Fisher, almost making it 3-0 while on the kill, but they were unable to do so.
Yeah, it's a good play from St. John Fisher, but on the contrary, that's some not smart hockey from Fredonia. That's some bad turnovers. When you're up a guy, a lot of open ice, and St. John Fisher almost took advantage of that.
And I don't understand why they're giving them so much space while they have the man advantage. Ultimately, they can afford for a player to be right on them like white on rice and get burned. It's still a 4-on-4. Schlifka on the wall. Can't move it forward. Joy can't move it further down either, though, and now it's turned around. Player goes down, that being Nate Kernan, but no penalty called, as now here comes a breakaway. Devin Mulcahy shoots blocker side, and he scores. Devin Mulcahy puts it into the back of the net, and it is a 3-0 St. John Fisher lead. Well, Devin Mulcahy, he had 40 points his rookie season, 29 last year, so he's continuously a point per game. And in his 6th game, he's got 9 this season now, so looks like that trend continues. The ultimate dangerous weapon for St. John Fisher, and we talked about their special teams. I didn't think they'd get a shorthanded goal.
I mean, yeah, all special teams matter, both up a guy and down a guy. And again, I mentioned some lazy play from Fredonia. We saw it there again. I know Kernan went down. Fredonia wanted the trip, but still, you have to cover the open ice. Even though you're up a guy, you have to cover that. And
another bad turnover as Ethan Hayden saves Polito from some sloppy play. Polito now turns it over again and sent back down. It'll go around the net where Schlifka is going to chase after it with Riescher. Riescher pulls it out in front. Kiernan's there waiting for it, but he ultimately can't come up with it, and it is sent back by St. John Fisher for Joy. He leaves it for Dunford. Dunford gives it up to Riescher, and he'll whip it around. Comes off a stanchion. Lucky break for Fredonia as here comes Polito. He drops it back for Clendenning. Clendenning drops it even further back for Schlifka. Schlifka up to Clendenning. He breaks in. Towards the net. Shot through traffic. Great save by Joy. Sent back in front of the net. Jaros tries to tip it in front but can't. Now here comes St. John Fisher on the breakout. That one stopped. And now leveled by Polito. No call made. Kiernan picks it up in his own zone with tons of time, tons of space. Goes around his first man, that being John Ranella. Now another one. Now he breaks in close. In front, and he is absolutely decked. John Sciarrino lays out Kiernan, and that's been the story for him. He gets past the first guy, gets past the second. Third guy's got his number. Ventura sends it in deep. That one goes around the net where Hare picks it up in the corner. Hare sends it low for Williams, bounces off his skates, however picked up by Ventura, now sent up towards the wing. McGrath sends it in down low. Puck continues to work up and down the wall. Williams ultimately comes up with it, has it in the corner where it's taken off his stick and sent up to Mulville. Mulville will just throw it to the side. Now here comes St. John Fisher. Nice move by Sciarrino, gets in all alone, but can't get anything on net. Clear attempt by Fredonia is successful. Here comes Hayden Burrows. Ventura takes it from him as he has a lot more time and space. He just flips it into the stomach of Derek Joy, who says, thank you very much. I'll take that for a save and a whistle. 2:25 remain here in the second period. 3-0. St. John Fisher Cardinals lead. Two of those goals coming special teams, not on the power play. One of them on the power play, the other shorthanded. Can't have that happen for Fredonia.
No, you can. And I mentioned their power play unit is tremendous. And we saw the second unit out there, or it was the first unit actually, who gave up that shorthanded goal. And that's just, you can't have that in a game like this where every goal matters, every shot matters, and really every bounce matters.
Green battles along the wall with Burrows. Fredonia converges along the wall. Battles continue, working up and down the wall. Now Chapman tries to corral it, but can't. It's ultimately tapped forward, though, by Mikowski, and he sends it in deep. Schlifka picks it up. Mulcahy covers, or pressures rather, so Lyons picks it up. And take a hit to make a play as Toscano gets beat up getting that done. But the arm of the ref shot up, so it was certainly worth it, as Fredonia will take a power play into the third period unless they're able to capitalize it on it here. Puck is touched up by St. John Fisher, and the stick of Kevin Green is smacked out of his hands by Connor McGrath at the end of the play. And while I say he's lucky he didn't get a call made on him there, he really didn't do anything wrong. Just the theatrics of the stick flying could have gotten the ref's attention.
Yeah, that's usually a, no, I don't know if I'll say gimme, but a ref see the stick go down, they're usually going to make a slash call almost every time. And Mikowski's not happy in the box as he kicks the boards over there.
So we'll see if Fredonia can capitalize on the Mikowski minor. They really need to, being down 3-0 and having given up a shorthanded goal last time, but that's not going to help. It's not only does St. John Fisher clear, but they have Sciarrino as the first man in. Pass from Hayden goes haywire, ends up out of the zone, but sent right back in, where Kiernan is going to pick it up behind the net with time. Schlifka back with him, along with Polito and Clendenning, as they all start to break out. Polito up the wall. He's got Jaros next to him. Polito tries to take a shot towards the net, but can't do it. Now he works through the corner. Polito up the wall, cuts back, is stripped of the puck, and Sciarrino sends it all the way down the ice. 50 seconds remain in the period, 1:15 on the power play. Kiernan behind his own net starts the breakout. Up the right side wall, he burns Sciarrino. Now he burns Torres. Still along the wall, takes it behind and in front, centered. And a good opportunity steered away by Joy. Schlifka now on the left point, sends it in deep. Clendenning with a shot. He takes it into the slot. Over 1T. What a save by Joy. What a rip by Ventura. And Joy goes across his body and makes a good blocker save. 20 seconds remain. Kiernan now, one last breakout for the Blue Devils. He fakes a drop back and brings it in himself. Into the circle, takes a shot. Good block there by number 23, Gavin Dunford. Eaten behind the net now, again by Dunford. Help with Joy. And that is going to kill the period. So the Fredonia Blue Devils will have 26 seconds on the power play when they come out. And they really could be even strength with a 3-1 game right now if it wasn't for some great saves by Derek Joy, keeping that game at a 3-0 clip near the end, the former Utica Junior Comet. So, 3-0 game, a little bit more of a controlling period for St. John Fisher there.
Yeah, and Fredonia had opportunities. It had chances. They had 2 power play opportunities. Obviously, there's still 26 seconds left in this one, but they gave up the shorthanded goal, and I mentioned how important the last power play was. This one gets even more important after giving up that goal. We'll have to see how they come out in the third period.
So in about 15 minutes, we'll be back with third period action here at Steele Hall Stadium on the Nickel City Radio Network.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
Welcome back to Nickel City Network at the Steele Hall Stadium. We're back for the third period of St. John Fisher at Fredonia. So far, we have a 3-0 contest with St. John Fisher dominating the special teams play, and that's what's got them here.
Yeah, that's really the story of this. The rest of the stats are pretty neck and neck. Fisher up a little bit in shots. Face-offs seem pretty even. But
Yeah, 10-10 each.
the special teams that have been the story of this game.
So Fredonia has a 26-second power play to start this period, and they'll win the draw to begin it. Drop back to Williams, now given right back over to Gavin Pafk, and we're underway. Turned over to Chapman, shot. Stopped by Hayden. Rebound is sent wide, and Fredonia needs to clean this up fast if they're going to have any chance of coming back in this period. Worked up the wall now by Fredonia. Taken off the puck, though. And now Chapman battles with McGrath in the corner. McGrath comes out with it, and he sends it up. Shot taken towards the net, nothing doing, and cleared by St. John Fisher. As behind them was Mikowski coming out of the box. He has a breakaway shot. Stopped by Hayden on the breakaway. Another 5-hole breakaway save for Hayden, but St. John Fisher comes back now with the puck. Puck sent across to Joy, and with time and space, he'll think about what he wants to do with it, and it's ultimately a saucer pass that's sent up to Mulcahy. He can't hold on to it, so now McGrath will turn it around, and he'll just throw it. Tries to get it over the head of Joy, can't do it, and Joy will send it deep back into the Fredonia zone for Kiernan to pick up. Kiernan cycles behind his own net, ice a little sticky, sends it up over, and now sent out, taking a hit to make a play there is Toscano, and sent in deep by Ventura. Ventura chases after it. He's met by Chirino. Ventura comes out with it, sends it up, but St. John Fisher picks up the puck, and now we'll bring it out to center ice. Mikowski sends it in deep, and will filter back to the bench. Schlifka turns it around, and Kiernan sends it up the wall to number 11, which is Jonas Cronshaw. Battle now along the blue line, brought out by Taylor. He tries to send it in deep. It hits escape, but Shara picks it up along the wall and takes it into the corner. Shara battling with Green. Puck is turned around for Green to pick up, and he comes out of the corner with it. Green sends it middle ice. Kiernan picks it off and just sends that back deep for Chirino. Chirino across to Green. Green now pressured by Cronshaw. He sends it off the top of the glass, and it stays in play as Schlifka will pick it up, battled by Torres. Puck evades Kiernan, so Chirino will pick it up, and he'll send it back down low for Torres. Torres in the corner. He finds a guy in the slot, but it goes through his stick. Not past Green, though. Green's shot is blocked, and Schlifka will start the breakout. Breakout executed by Fredonia's forwards, and now here comes Shara. Shara can't hold on to it, so Green takes it from him and just bounces it off the wall out of play. Icing waved for Mulville to chase after. Mulville sends it around the net. Cronshaw's on it. He sends it forward, but that pass goes haywire and is corralled at center ice by St. John Fisher. Now breaking into the zone for St. John Fisher's Moore. He takes it around the net. Battled with by Mulville. Mulville ends up winning that battle and gets it up to his teammate Pafk. Pafk sends it up the wall. Sent back down low by St. John Fisher. Now sent in front for Moore, but he gets his stick lifted by Mulville. Polito now. He's taken off the puck and slung back deep by St. John Fisher. Hayden's the first one on it, and he covers that up. Now Mulville getting into the corner now with Chance Bears. Brady Moore comes over to see what's going on. Adam Polito gets in there too. A little disagreement. Not much going on though.
Yeah, I think Bears took a little extra swing, not swing, but touched the glove of
one extra
Hayden.
dig.
You don't touch the goalie after he covers up the puck, and Mulville took offense to that, which you don't hate to see as a coach. You're down 3-0, but still defend your goaltender at all times.
And he didn't go in there and blow him up, punch him in the face or anything. Just a couple shoves letting him know that you're not going to do that to Ethan Hayden, our goaltender.
Probably talked about their plans after the game as well. Decided where they're having dinner.
Yep, decided if they were going to go out tonight with the same place. Now here comes Clendenning up the left wing. Clendenning has the puck poked off his stick by Sheftick. Picks it up behind the net, though. Sends it in front. Turned over to St. John Fisher, but Clendenning follows play and ends up back with it on his stick on the wall. Clendenning tries to shift it forward for Jaros, but it's turned over and picking up by Tribley. Tribley shoots it over for Moore. Jaros battles for possession back, gives it over to Mulville, who slides it to Pafk. Pafk sends it into the middle for Polito, and Polito breaks in up the middle. Over to Jaros on the right wing. Jaros with a low shot. Never makes it to the net. Now bounces out into the slot. Nobody there for it, though. Mulville sends it in down low for Jaros. Forwards right on him. Jaros sends it in far, and he is leveled from behind, and the arm of the referee goes up. So Mulville will take it into his own zone and buy some time for the 6-on-5. chips it forward, turned over, and another power play for Fredonia. 0 for 3 so far. This special teams battle has been dominated by St. John Fisher, and this may be Fredonia's last chance to even it out.
I mean, you talked about it at the start of the broadcast. St. John Fisher has tremendous special teams. You talked about their power play, but shorthanded, they get a big goal. Fredonia, I mentioned that they have a very good power play as well. That hasn't been the case today. Again, I keep saying this is their last chance. This is their last chance. I don't know how many more times they'll be handed chances. They have to cash in at some point.
So Gavin Tribley ends up in the box, but puck is almost sent out of play, kept in by a nice play by Shifkla. Working down low is Kiernan. He can't spin out of losing the puck, but McGrath is there to help. McGrath battles, and it is ultimately sent up and out of the zone. So Hayden stops it along the goal line. He'll leave it for Schlifka. He stops behind his own net, and will let Kiernan come in and sweep and take it. Kiernan evades Chapman and enters past the red line, now over the blue. Kiernan walking through the circle. He takes his shot in front. What a play by Kiernan as he got it to McGrath in a dangerous area. Now Shifka takes a shot towards the net. That one goes wide. Picked up by Ventura low in the corner. He drops it back. In the corner now, sent up to Schlifka. He walks the line, takes a step in, takes a shot. Gloved by Derek Joy. He takes a stick to the head. And I think it might have come from his own player, that being Gavin Dunford. Either way, anytime you see the goalie's head jerk like that, there's going to be some chaos.
I mean, we just saw down the other end, but, defend your goaltender. But for Fredonia, this power play, they've had a few chances as well, only 50 seconds in. That was their second forward unit of their power play. Top defenseman still out there. Now the top forward group comes on. They've gotten shots to the net. They've had bodies in front. They just, like I keep saying, they have to cash in.
Good play by Clendenning to get it over to Schlifka. Now he gets it back. Drops it for Polito. He sends it over the net and out of play. Faceoff will stay in the zone as it was a shot directed towards the goal despite being untouched on its way out. Good chance for Polito, who will now line up for the draw. St. John Fisher wants the faceoff outside of the zone. And a timeout is called. I was going to say there's no way that they're going to win this argument, as the rules are the rules, but as the Fredonia bench is calling for something, looking for some water bottles, it appears.
Yeah, I believe that's what it was. But yeah, timeout for Fredonia. I think they want to talk over this power play. Is really now or never. Just under 15 minutes left, down 3 goals. They say 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey. Well, you got to get it to 2. They're down by 3. They just have to cash in.
And if they can make something happen on this power play, they will have about 14 minutes, maybe a little more left in the game to score 2 goals. Now, I'm not saying that's easy, and I'm not even saying that's likely, but it's certainly doable. It seems a lot closer than 3.
It's very possible. I mean, this Fredonia offense they showed against St. Bonaventure, they can, I mean, even last year too, a lot of guys returned. They can put up goals. They can score very quickly. They just have to do it. And, I keep mentioning they've had good shots. They've had good opportunities. That's all fun and good, but when you don't put up any goals, none of it matters. And that's all they need to do right now is put up at least 1 goal to get something going.
Nate Kiernan has seen a lot more space on this power play, and he's used it well. We'll see if Fredonia can get something out of him. Puck bounces past him. Back into the zone. Hayden will corral it. Torres goes back with Schlifka, so Hayden will send it around the glass where Polito waits for it. Polito on the blue line. He'll send it across for Clendenning to skate up into and take it over the blue line. Clendenning along the wall. Pressured hard, so he drops it back for Kiernan. Centering pass. Shot! Blockered away from Schlifka. Now Green picks it up in front of his own net, and he will send it out of the zone. Another good play by Fredonia, but nothing comes from it. Now Kiernan starts to break out of his own zone. Cuts middle, skates through the center ice circle, uses his body to keep possession, but not for long, and sent back out of play. Ethan Hayden behind his own goal line makes the stop for Schlifka. He curls towards the corner. Sends it across. No one's waiting for it, so Kiernan will go pick it up. Power play expires for Fredonia, 0 for 4. Great job penalty killing. Gave up a little more that time by St. John Fisher, but nothing critical as here comes Polito over the blue line. He steps through the circle. His shot is batted down by the defense. Jaros into the corner for Polito. His centering pass is picked off, and now Fredonia looking desperately to get some things as front, and it comes back the other way. Slap shot from the wall goes over the net, sent out by Griffin Mayo. Puck is tapped for Jaros to break in, and he starts the break in but is hit down. Now here comes St. John Fisher. Over the blue line, number 21 Antonio Femia is hit. Turnover forced by Fredonia, and now on the clearing attempt, Ventura has it. Ventura again makes another move. Shot! Another big save by Derek Joy, and I'm not going to do the broadcaster's jinx, but he's closing in. 13 minutes left.
Fredonia has over 25 shots on net, according to my count. He has just shut everything down, has really controlled everything, not letting rebounds like we've seen maybe on the other side from Hayden, but just controlling this game on the defensive end.
Both goalies playing very well, but Mayo so far has the scoring advantage. Or not Mayo, Joy rather. Puck sent to the wing. Mulville sends it over. Shot goes wide. Picked up by McGrath behind the net. Battle ensues behind the net and ends up on the stick of Mulville at the blue line. He steps towards the middle, takes a shot. That one pinballs into the corner. Good hit by Williams. On to Dunford, keeps possession for Fredonia, but only momentarily as Mikowski comes up with it, sends it off the glass. Fredonia's able to keep it in. McGrath sends it low. That shot is tipped towards the boards. Ventura sends it over to McGrath. He has it in the corner. McGrath in the corner. Fights with St. John Fisher and sends it over to the other corner. Reese Taylor will pick it up halfway up the wall, tries to send one towards the net, but a good job by St. John Fisher. That play is kicked out, and now a 2-on-1 for St. John Fisher. Here comes Mikowski. He takes a shot. Sent into the corner by Hayden. Good save, good control on it. Fredonia starts the breakout. Puck bounces off of Ventura's stick and sent deep into the Fredonia zone. Pafk gives it to his partner Mulville. That puck blows up off his stick. Great play by Chapman to get it behind him, but Mulville ends up with the puck again. Makes a move in the corner and sends it up the wall. Taken by Dunford, sent around. Mulville will get another chance at the breakout here. And this time he succeeds, giving up to Taylor. Bounce forward, and now here comes Cronshaw. Cronshaw is stripped of the puck. Sent up towards Griffin Mayo. He gets a shot from the wall, and Ethan Hayden snags that one and gets a face-off.
Yeah, Hayden, despite the 3 goals, just played relatively well. I mentioned Fredonia has over 25 shots. St. John Fisher over 30. And all the goals that he's given up, they've been very good chances. A breakaway, a one-timer off of a draw on the power play, pardon me, and a lucky. You could say lucky or unlucky either way, but he's played well throughout this game. Fredonia just can't get anything going on the other end.
Puck sent in deep by Green into the far corner where Schlifka is waiting for it. He sends it up the wall for Burrows. Burrows looks middle, loses the puck, looks middle again, but Torres is there waiting now, and he slips it by him. Schlifka is there for it and sends it over to Hare. He takes it off the wall. Torres is there as well. Torres all over Fredonia here in the offensive zone. They just can't seem to get it by him as it ends up back by him again. Shot is tipped towards Hayden from the slot. Kept out of the net, and his helmet is messed up, and he is calling for a whistle, which he will be awarded.
Sorry, go ahead.
That must have tipped up. I thought it hit him in the chest. Must have got him in the chin.
I saw it went off the stick and went up high. I think it got right at the chin. I think it's his neck protector that's a little bit messed up, but good to see that he's okay. We see a lot of goalies take them shots to the head and have to get out or come out of the game for concussion protocol or, what they say that you get your bell rung, but he looks to be okay, which is good to see.
Hayden looks like he'll stay in the game, just doing some work to his helmet there. Lining up for the draw for St. John Fisher is number 9, Chance Bears. And on the opposite side will be number 27, Max Toscano. 3-0, just about halfway through the period, 10:51. And Fredonia's going to need a little bit of a miracle. I don't know if 3 goals is a miracle, but it's getting into that territory.
With the way Derek Joy is playing, I think 3 goals would be a miracle.
That is a good point. He has been spectacular. Players line up, ready for the draw. Fredonia steps into it. No one's come out with it yet, and finally Fredonia does. Sent up to Burrows. Now he sends it even further up to Lyons, who will chip it in the far corner. Lyons chases after his own dump and gets it. He curls out of the corner, and he had a man in front but couldn't get it to him. Now Kiernan from outside. His shot is blocked and tipped wide. Ford tries to send it out. Kiernan keeps it in. Sent up to Lyons. Lyons cuts middle. Shot. Stop. Rebound is right there. But battling with Lyons was goaltender Derek Joy, and he keeps it out. And finally, St. John Fisher clears out of the zone. Kiernan picks it up in his own end. He takes it behind his own net. He'll try to send a middle, bounces around, and ends up on the stick of Dillinjoy. Dillinjoy turns it over, and here comes Toscano. Skating into the middle of the ice, blockered away and into the corner by Joy. Derek Joy helping out his brother Dylan after the turnover. Sent back around by Lyons. He gets it over to Toscano. Toscano in the corner. He reverses it as well. Burrows is there to pick it up. Battled forward with Ford. Ford wins that battle and gets it up to teammate Chance Bears. Bears off the glass, up and out. That'll be icing. But with a 3-0, well, yes, it'll be icing. Just made it. And that is a whistle and a face-off in their own zone that St. John Fisher will take with this big lead in the second half of the third.
I believe the refs are letting St. John Fisher know they have to try to make some changes before the icing, but telling them they have to go back on the ice, whoever was on the ice.
Yes, I believe that is what they're doing. They figured it out. They ended up with 6 guys on the ice somehow, so something went wrong. Face-off won by St. John Fisher. Joy behind his own net. He peels out, tries to flip it. Clendening keeps it in. Jaros now up to Polito. Polito from betting over. Shot off the post by Jaros. Fredonia had a goal made and they weren't able to capitalize. Now coming back the other way is St. John Fisher. Chance Bears can't hold on to it. He's battled. He gets a stick up high and no call. A clear high stick isn't called. And now back the other way comes Jack Chapman. Oh, St. John Fisher got away with one there and now they'll get a power play out of it. A very, very obvious high stick is missed. As maybe it was, no, Fredonia looks like they'll go on the power play. Perhaps a makeup call is just seconds after the high stick is missed. Brandon Mikowski ends up back in the box for the second time today, and once again for interference.
It was there was Polito who took the high stick that they missed, but then I did see, I believe it was Mikowski and Polito, a little bit of pushing and shoving. I did see Polito stick on the ice, so maybe it was just, something like that, something behind the play. But again, 9 minutes left, down by 3, power play opportunity for Fredonia once again. I'll be interested to see. Again, this is a little bit, might be a little bit ridiculous, but I wonder if they'll pull a goalie, try to get up 2 guys, and really just get anything going.
At some point, you got to go to desperate measures. Brandon Mikowski has hit the box for the 3rd time today, and Fredonia gets another power play out of it. Clendening back to Schlifka. Schlifka starts working down low. His pass is tipped, and here's a clear-cut breakaway for Mateo Torres. Torres makes a move, poke check by Hayden, keeps it out, and the puck is sent across. Now Fredonia has an opportunity to go the other way. Clendening and Jarrow step up on the 2-2. Clendening goes out wide, puck bounces on him, so he'll have to take it around. Gets it out in front, puck bounces around, but nothing on net. St. John Fisher comes out with it and get the clear. What a poke by Ethan Hayden. Almost a second shorthanded goal for St. John Fisher.
Tremendous play by Hayden.
He leaves it in the corner for Schlifka. Schlifka sends it over to Kiernan. He can't hold on to the pass, so St. John Fisher will end up with it. Mayo works in the corner. He loses it. Kiernan trying to get his possession back, and he does, and he heads up with Polito, team's 2 leading scorers from last season. Polito cuts through, drops it for Kiernan. Kiernan tries to get it in low, but cannot do so, and Dunford whips it all the way down the ice. 8 minutes remaining, 1 minute remaining on the power play for Fredonia. Kiernan sends it through the crease. Sent through the middle. Now here comes Toscano. Toscano towards the wall. He dumps it around. Green is going to race for it with Ventura. Green comes out with it. Can't clear. Kiernan has it on the blue line. Just barely holds the line. That was close. One-timer doesn't make it to the net. Does make it to Green's stick. And he makes a successful clear. 29 seconds remaining on this Fredonia power play. And boy, they have struggled today. McGrath lets one go by him for Ventura to chase down. He's met by Chirino, and Chirino decks him. And Ventura is not happy. Chirino isn't either. Oh, I take it back. Ventura's got a big smile on his face. Actually, he's very happy.
Might be a little bit of a sarcastic smile, if you will. It's telling,
Yeah, he went right down, put his hands on his head, and then was right back up. But definitely a little bit of a dirty hit. Chirino's got a smile on his face, too, so I guess they both came out pretty good from that.
Yeah, I believe Ventura was telling Chirino, pointing him where he has to go to the bench, and I believe Chirino might have hit Ventura with the good old scoreboard. So
Yeah.
a little bit of banter both ways.
They both got places to point. So it'll be a 15-second 5-on-3, and if Fredonia is unable to capitalize, it'll turn into a minute 45 man advantage for Fredonia. Of course, last power play, which again, it was Mikowski coming up, he had the head of steam coming out of the box. As what's going on here, Ventura gets an unsportsmanlike must be, and he's heading to the box. And so we're going to have 4-on-3 for 15 seconds, and then a minute 45 of 4-on-4. But as I was saying, Mikowski came out of the box last time and got a breakaway out of it immediately. And he's going to have another opportunity to do that in 15 seconds of play time. Faceoff moves out of the offensive zone as it's no longer a power play for Fredonia, but offsetting penalties.
Ventura a little bit upset. I mean, obviously after that big hit, and I believe the St. John Fisher bench was maybe egging him on a little bit, telling him, trying to get him a little bit more riled up, and it must have worked because must have said something and gets a 2-minute unsportsmanlike.
So the clear by St. John Fisher will about kill the Fredonia power play as we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey as McGrath tips it in deep. He'll pick it up behind the net. McGrath behind the St. John Fisher net, tries to send it up but can't, and it'll be a 1-on-1 now coming back towards the Fredonia net. Burned is Lucas Williams, but a good save by Hayden prevents this game from getting out of reach. Joy, nice move through 2 players. He tries to get it in front for Mikowski but can't do so, and now Fredonia comes the other way. Up with the puck now is Toscano. Toscano with McGrath behind him. He's hit by Mikowski. Now he's hit again. Still with the puck. He sends it up to the point. And a penalty on Fredonia. So 4-on-3 hockey will come back. Now a roughing called. This one going to Connor McGrath. So he'll join Ventura in the box.
Let's get a little bit physical on both sides. I think the officials are kind of telling them, not that the game is over, obviously, still time, but, you know, let's all get out of here healthy, not let anything get out of hand, and kind of just setting the tone.
And perhaps after scoring 10 goals last week, Fredonia letting out a little frustration, not bearing any so far today. Still 6.5 minutes to change that, though, as the puck is sent over to Joy following the St. John Fisher faceoff win. Sent back over to the point now, and Dunford takes a shot. Laying out for it is Polito, and he blocks it. Joy over to Dunford. Dunford rips another shot. That one bounces off of Hayden into the corner. Torres to Dunford. Dunford over to Joy. Joy walks in, takes a shot. Laying out again and blocking is Polito, but Torres picks it up. Torres cuts middle. Torres now back to Dunford. He creeps into the zone with time and space. Shot, left pad save by Hayden. Another save by Hayden on his post. Schlifka's going to be the first one of this puck. He eats it in the corner. Battled for by Torres. Wide open in front is Joy. The puck's going to corral over to him on the wall, so nothing in the slot, but still an easy possession. Joy sends it across. Torres on the wall. Torres up to Dunford. Mikowski, what a tip, but it just goes wide. Up to Joy now. Joy on the boards. Mikowski struggling his way back to the bench. Torres has it on the wall. Torres works it low. Torres behind the net now. He works into the far corner, and he sends it up to Jack Chapman. Jack Chapman on the right side point. He sends it. Stopped by Hayden with the right pad. Joy's play is broken up now, and here come the Fredonia Blue Devils. Polito backhands it to nobody. Turned over to St. John Fisher, and now here comes Chirino the other way. Chirino cutting far side. He gets around Mulville, drops it again to nobody. Clendenning turns that one over, but Chirino gets it back. Chirino trying to fight to get room for a shot. Chirino still trying to fight for a shot. He can't do it. Mulville takes it from him. Now he's got the puck back, and he does have room for a shot, but he misses the net wide. Mulville tries to slap one out of there, but kept in by Green. He sends it low for Torres. Hare meets him there and tries to send it up the other way. Clendenning and Green both have the puck slide by him up to the St. John Fisher point. Shot is patted away by Hayden. Behind the net with it is Torres. Torres spins out of a check from Mulville, but he does enough to get the puck from him and slides it up to Jaros. Now here comes Jaros. Jaros sends a pass across. Good stick from Green, breaks that up. Jaros goes and gets his own turnover, and he will drop it back for Mulville. Mulville starts the breakout, sends it middle. Play is turned over. Jaros fighting to try to keep possession, and Fredonia will finally get it in the St. John Fisher zone. Now sent up. Nothing doing for Fredonia. Play goes to the wall now as Jaros sends it in deep and around. Christopher Lyons sends it back the other way behind the net. Torres chasing after it. Jaros meets him there, and they both let the puck go, and St. John Fisher starts a breakout out of it, but it's unsuccessful, as unable to hold on to the puck was Campbell, and Fredonia takes advantage. Now here comes the Fredonia breakout. Gavin Paft can't hold on to the puck, but he does move it forward for Miller to pick up. Miller loses possession, and it's sent back the other way. St. John Fisher now, content with just getting into the Fredonia zone and eating some time off the clock. Hayden Burrows is battled for, and the puck is taken by Bears. Bears enters the zone with it. He ends up with possession. He takes a bad angle shot. Hayden pads it away easily, and it's taken around the net by Gavin Paft. Paft tries to make a move and loses it. Two players go down on the wall. Battle ensues in the corner. Hayden pats away a centering pass. Now a shot in the slot. Big save, Hayden, off the stick of Chance Bears. St. John Fisher recovers, though. Joy sends it up. Now centering pass goes over to Chance Bears, and on the wall, he'll try to send it in deep. Misses, however, it works in his favor as he gets the puck back, but then he turns it over again, and this time it doesn't work in his favor. St. John Fisher working it back into the Fredonia zone. Kernan sends it middle ice. Reese Taylor now. Reese Taylor sends it back. He takes it over the blue line. Shot is blocked. And here comes Torres the other way. Torres makes a move to the wall. It works. Makes a move to center. It doesn't. Turned over back again by Fredonia, though. St. John Fisher will take possession right back and sent in deep by Griffin Mayo. Connor Shera flips it out of the zone. Reese Taylor presses but doesn't get anything. And in from distance. A shot is taken by Jonah Reisher. Held onto by Ethan Hayden, but with 2:07 left in the period. Now I will say it. It'll take a full-blown miracle for Fredonia to tie this one up.
This has been I don't know if you want to say textbook, but a tremendous game from St. John Fisher here. They shut down the Fredonia offense that, again, scored 10 goals in the last game, shut down the power play for Fredonia, and they took advantage on the special teams themselves, even scoring a shorthanded goal.
Green on the wall. He centers the pass. That shot is tipped out of play by Reese Taylor. So Sherino is unable to get that one to the goaltender Ethan Hayden, and another whistle will blow. But there's another 12 seconds off the clock for a St. John Fisher team with a commanding 3-0 lead late in the third period.
And both teams don't play again until next Friday when they play each other again, once again in St. John Fisher. So this game was already a little bit physical. It'll be interesting to see how Fredonia comes out.
Sherino takes a shot. Good pad save by Hayden. Green has it on the point. He'll send it down low. And St. John Fisher's just trying to possess the puck low now. Green has it on the point. He sends one towards the net. It bounces in front. Stays away from the net. And now here comes Jonas Cronshaw. He makes a move into the zone. Taken off, though, a 1-on-4, and St. John Fisher's going to win that every time. Stepping over the blue line now. Big hit laid by Mulville on Torres, but he takes it, gets right back into the play, and pressures Slivko as the puck. Not only pressures him, but seems to be taking the puck from him. Battle in the corner now. Unable to keep the dump into the zone with Sherino, but he'll be first on that puck. Plenty of time. Last minute of play begins now. Sherino to the right side wall. Now back to the middle. He makes a ton of moves to get in. What a zone entry by Sherino. He ends up losing the puck finally, but it's amazing he kept that puck as long as he did and got it as deep as he did. And now Joy's putting on a deking clinic of his own. Now Chapman takes it from him. He'll bring it in wide the left side. He drops it back. Shot by Mulcahy is stopped and put into the corner by Hayden. 35 seconds to go. Fredonia working from behind their own net. Pass for Jaros evades him, and it's sent right back in deep by Joy. Griffin Mayo holds it in his own zone. He gives it to Jaros up the right side. Cross seam pass doesn't connect. Polito is the first one to it. Battling behind the net, Dylan Joy will take it. Send it up and off the glass. Icing is waved as Gavin Paft was first to it. With 10 seconds left, we'll see if Fredonia attempts a breakout. Mulville, he'll send it middle. Jaros will tap it forward, and Fredonia takes a late shot on that, but the game was still going on. 3-0 win for St. John Fisher, and give Ethan Hayden some credit on his performance. He was fantastic, but Derek Joy seals the shutout against a Fredonia team that scored 10 last week.
Yeah, pardon me. Derek Joy, a tremendous game, shutting down this Fredonia offense, like you said. And yeah, Ethan Hayden didn't play a bad game, just had a couple shots not go his way, a couple bounces not go his way. And again, like I was saying earlier, they're back at it next Friday. I'm very interested to see how Fredonia gets ready for it. They should be upset. They should be mad. And I'm happy to see how they respond.
So goals today coming from Griffin Mayo, Jack Chapman, and Devin Mulcahy. Of course, Derek Joy in his second ever collegiate start takes home a shutout after making 34 saves in his last start, so he's got to be happy with the way college hockey is treating him so far. From the Steele Hall Stadium, I'm your host, Tobias Bell. My color man was Mitch Harusi. Alex Matt was on camera, and Elizabeth Weiglein operated the producing role for us. This is the Nickel City Hockey Network, and we hope to see you back next weekend following a St. John Fisher 3-0 victory. That's true. It was a closer game.
Toby, are you guys taking shit apart now? Or are you just start? If you're no, you don't have to. I'm just asking if you are because I gotta move my purse. That's okay.